Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So let us quickly go over the attributes panel and all the tools that it has. So whatever geometry we make in Vectorworks, how it's going to look like is guided through this panel. So say we make a rectangle or a polygon or let's say a wall. So how these are going to look like is going to be guided through these tools. So let us go through them one by one. We'll start with basic. Let's make a line. You can hit 2 or you can select it from here. Suppose I made a line. Let's make it, let's say, let me change the units quickly. Let's select feet inches for now. So let's say this is a 5 feet line. Also, if you cannot find attributes panel or you somehow deleted it mistakenly, you can always turn it back on from Windows palettes and their attributes. So suppose we want to increase the line weight of this particular line, just select it and you can increase the line weight from here like that. Let's make another copy so we can see the difference. You want to increase the line weight from 0.35 to let's say 1.4. This is how you can see the line difference in line weights. And if you're not able to see the difference in line weight even after you have changed them, you can always go to this panel and select zoom line thickness. So this is the zoom line thickness. You can turn it back on and you can change it from there. So let's get back to it. So the line weight of this is 0.35 and for this is 1.4, which you can change from here. So a line has no fill obviously, so we can't change the fill properties. You can see there's a cross there. But you can change the pen properties. You can turn it into a pattern or line type. Line type is generally used. You can select line type and change the particular type from here. You can select dash, dotted, wavy, whatever. Let's just select dotted for now. You can see and then you can change the color obviously from here. There's a color wheel. You can select, change the opacity. So you can change the color, line weight. We can always hold Alt while dragging, so that will make another copy of it. If I just drag it, it won't, it will just change its position, but if I hold Alt while dragging, it will make a copy of it. Okay, so just in case you were wondering how am I making copies of these. So these are a few options that you can change for a line. There are also arrowheads. Suppose this is the line I made and I want to make an arrow on one of its corners. So I can just select an arrow and you can select both heads. Let's say I want to make it like this. You can also customize it how you want this particular. Let me change the color of it. I want the fill to be the same as the line color, just like that. Or you can change the size, the direction of this from here. You can reverse the direction just like that. So these are some of the properties that you can change with the line. It works for a rectangle also. Just make a rectangle and let's say change its line weight, change its color. Um, and with rectangles, you can change the fill. It's solid right now, but you can change it into a pattern. You can change the color of the pattern. It's mostly black and white, so it's legible. You can turn it into anything, whatever you like. So this is a pattern. Let's make another copy and see other properties. Solid is easy, pattern, and then let's go with a hatch. So there are multiple hatches. They're already in the resource manager. So you can select any. Let's take this brick pattern for now. So this is how you can fill any rectangle with a particular hatch. No, we don't want to back up. Also, you can just select the pen to none. So that way you won't have a boundary of the rectangle. Let's turn it back on and change the color to back black. I want to increase the line weight a little bit. Now this the scale of this particular hatch is a little bit weird. So let's change the scale. the mapping of this scale of this hatch is universal, so we can change that. We can use local mapping as well. So our let's make it 5 feet, or maybe smaller, more smaller. Yeah, so this seems a bit more natural. Let's make another copy and make some more changes, see some more options that Phil has for rectangles. There is style, and you can select multiple images from this. There are as of now 86, but you can always download more from Vectorworks libraries. You can select any of the predefined tiles from the resource manager. You can also use an image as a fill for a rectangle or any other polygon. Let's select this and use. Let's go over the gradient first. There are a ton of gradients in the resource manager. You can select any, and you can change its properties from here. You want it to be radial or linear. Maybe if we turn the pen off, it will look better. Yeah, so let's make another copy and go through the image fill as well. So let's turn the pen on. Let's increase the line weight again, and let's select an image. So this is an image that is used as a fill for this rectangle. So let's select the rectangle and use any other image. So right now in this open file, there's only one image. If we want any other image to be used for this fill, you can always go to the resource manager and click this new image, and you want to import an image from our folder. So these are some of the textures that I have already in my laptop. So if I want a brick texture, let's say I want this or this, let's go for some stone rather. I don't have stone. Let's say if I want a mosaic pattern like this, let's close resource manager. I'll go to image and I'll select this particular stone type, and I'll use this as the fill for this rectangle. Now you can change the scale of this image. You can always increase it. Let's say I want 18 inches, so that looks better. You can use it for making presentation plans. You want to give stone texture, flooring, or wooden texture. Let's take another example. Let's make another polygon. I'll just select polyline tool. I'll make a quick geometry, very simple. So this is a polyline, and I want to use a wooden texture for this. I'll just go to resource manager. I'll import a wooden texture image. I want wood. Okay, this will do for now. So I'll just import this image quickly. I'll close the resource manager. I'll go to the image and I'll select that particular image that I want to use as fill for this polyline. Now the scale is not appropriate, so I'll just alter the scale a little bit. I'll increase to, let's say, again 24 inches. This looks better. Maybe 30 inches will do. Yeah, so maybe this is a table, an office chair or a study table or something, and you can just quickly import an image and use it as fill. So this is how you can use fill and pen properties in the attributes table. Let's quickly go over the shadow tool as well. You want to increase the line weight a little bit. So here I've made a line and I've increased the line weight a little bit, and then I'll just turn on the shadow effect. Yeah, so this looks better. If you want, you can change it. The same you can do with a rectangle or a polygon, or maybe let's do it with a wall. So this is a wall. Let's increase the line weight a little bit, maybe 35, and just turn the shadow option on. You can see this shadow, and Can change the opacity. Let's decrease it a little bit. This looks fine. And this works with the element. So if you increase the element, the shadow will increase. So makes your plans and your walls pop out a little bit if you use the shadow option. Also, if you have a lot of shadow, it will reduce the speed, so you can always turn it off from here. So the shadows will turn off, but in viewports and whenever you are exporting your plans, you can just turn it back on. So that was all about attributes panel. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you use it very carefully and very diligently, you can make some very neat presentation plans using this. So I'll just quickly show you a plan I was working on. So this is an open elevation of an Ayurvedic clinic. So you see these tiles, these are just polylines with an image fill. These are the image that I took from the internet and used as fill. This is a very common wooden texture that I found on Google. So you can use this is the lined concrete finish. This is also a polyline with an image fill. So this makes your drawings a lot more explanatory and gives a sense of how your design is going to look like. And to clients also, these types of drawings are very understandable, very legible. So, and this is very basic, very easy. It doesn't take much time. It's very quick to make. And I hope you learned something from this.